Hey everybody, XEI here for a channel update for September. This time I'm coming early to make up for the late August update. But in any case, a lot of great things happened this summer. Finished a lot of stuff. So BioShock 2 got completed. Once I put my mind to it, that game was as good as cleared. And then right after that, I was going to give a break before I jumped into Minerva's Den. But I felt like playing BioShock again. So last weekend, played Minerva's Den, cleared that up. So that's getting posted onto the channel. That'll kind of trickle in through the beginning of September. And then there's the Borderlands stuff. So I haven't started uploading videos to Borderlands, the pre-sequel stuff, but that has all been recorded. That was recorded at the, we were done that one at the beginning of August, I think, the co-op group. And then we play the DLC stuff. So we play the Claptrap DLC for the pre-sequel. And then we play the Borderlands 2, Borderlands 2 DLC, and I forget the name of it, but we played that when it kind of dropped, and it's kind of the segue into Borderlands 3 that's going to launch soon. And I know I spoiled something massive for myself. Not that it was intentional. We were all playing blind. So Tales from the Borderlands, a little bit compromised. By a little bit, probably a lot, but it's okay. Don't go further into the spoiler territory about how. Just I'll experience that story, and it'll still be fine. I started the community polls, which was a fun thing that I was doing as just a test. The turnout there has been great. It's been kind of exciting to see the comments and and even beyond the comments, just seeing because I'm refreshing it almost every hour. Like even while I'm at work, I just quickly check my phone. I'm like, where are things at? And it's a lot of fun just to see the kind of things, go. Like I forget which ones it was. I think it was Witcher 2 and Assassin's Creed 2 at one point were both like in neck and neck, and I was like, oh my god, I've already recorded that video. So if Assassin's Creed wins here, I'm gonna have to re-record that video. But no, they're still sort of neck and neck. But as of right now, as of the recording of this, I know I just posted that and the camera was all messed up on the last poll video. I apologize for that. But anyways, I know that it was winning by 1%. So it's still valid. Yeah, so that's fun. I'm gonna do those maybe once a week. I don't know if I'll do a video every time I do them, but I think they're fun. I have an idea of what I'm trying to get when I choose the games that I choose for those lists. Sometimes it's like it feels like it's obvious, but I'm looking for a couple different things going on there. But that said, I have installed Star Wars: The Night of the Old Republic. That's already on this PC. I've installed Witcher 2, and I've installed Tales from the Borderlands. So at some point or the other, those games are next in line. Part of me wants to start Star Wars first because it's an older game, and I'm getting so close to just knocking off all of these old games that were part of this games chronology list that I wanted to play when I started this channel 3.5 years ago. I've been maintaining this list, and you guys keep giving me new games, and I keep adding new games to this list. But Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is one of those old games that I feel like if I just knock that one off, I'm starting to see a lot of completed status on those older games. So that's why it's tempting me to play Star Wars first. And I know it's going to be like a 40-hour-ish game, so it could be like a 60-episode series. That's going to take us into October. And do I want to wait that long to play Witcher 2? Not really, and I'll tell you why. Because I got this in the mail. I was actually waiting for this to arrive. It's a package. I was waiting for this to arrive from Dell, and what I got on this package was this. So another 16. Wait, one stick? Two sticks. One stick. No. Got the wrong thing, or did they mail the wrong thing? This is definitely one stick of 16 gigabytes. I thought I ordered 2 sticks of 8 so that I could do the whole dual thread, I had 2 slots free, and I was gonna put 2 more 8s in there and double my RAM from 16 to 32, because my one regret when I got this Alienware was that I ended up getting 16 gigabytes of RAM instead of the 32, because I don't know what I thought. I had like 36 in my old PC, and I just wanted, I was like, but it's DDR3, this is DDR4. Point is, I have slots free now, and I was like, damn it, I should have just gotten everything at once, then I would just know that the system was done. But I basically got this for free-ish. So the Dell has this one deal, and I got a huge deal on this Alienware. But one of the deals was I signed up for some account thing that would give you 3% back in credit that would go into your account, and then you'd have to waste it over the next, I guess that would be 4 months, because it was going to expire in October. And I was like, say what? I got like, how much I got? Like, it was just under $200 on the credit. I'm like, I'm not going to lose this. And then I had that light bulb went off, and I was like, I can get the extra 16 gigabytes of RAM. And it's like, it cost me nothing. I basically got it for free. And then I get the machine that I regretted at one point not getting 32 gigabytes of RAM on, and I get 32 gigabytes of, I can't even speak. I'm stumbling on my words. But the problem now is not the problem. I still have a slot free. I can just get another 16 gigabyte stick, and then it'll be a beast. But I don't get the whole dual thing, right, going on. So I don't know if that's gonna, for those of you who are better at understanding this kind of stuff, because it's been a long time for me. If I have two 8s in there that are doing the whole threading thing, and then I put in a 16 and I have a slot open, it doesn't really matter, right? It's just like, if I get something in that extra slot, it needs to be this exact stick so that you can maximize the way they work together. Something like that. Something like that. Point is, I can make it more of a beast. It's just I have to spend another $200 on my. That doesn't matter. This one was free. Point is, I was waiting for this so I could like crank up all of Witcher 2 graphics, of course. And it's like an older game, so I mean, how much am I gonna really get out of it? It doesn't matter. I wanted it. I wanted it for the game. I wanted it for the video compression, because this PC compresses videos like crazy. The scenario though is that I'm always on my laptop, the Dell laptop that was gotten for this channel, and I'm editing up there. So I'm exporting on the laptop, which is like, it takes 4 times longer, which is still like 3 times faster than my old machine. Oh my god, the math is it doesn't matter. We're gonna move on. The point is, I got more RAM. I want to get games look even better, and I am very likely going to be playing some modern games anyways, and then those can get cranked up and they can look beautiful on the channel. So what's next? So Tales of the Borderlands will likely kick off this month. I will try to sneak it in on one of the weekends. I feel like I can get something like that done in like in 2 days or in a long weekend or something like that. And so despite me wanting to play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic first, maybe, I don't know yet. I'm still, it's gonna be like, I'm like within a week of wanting to make a decision here. But I'm considering playing Witcher 2 in parallel. I think that might compromise me. I've sort of started to move away from that, and it's actually ramped me up. And so part of me is just like, people who want Witcher have already waited for so long that they probably already left the channel. So because they're pissed. So I mean, what's another month or two? No one knows the wise. I know there's some of you that are still major Witcher fans, but I'm saying is, if you're still around after all of the false promises that I've made for the last 8 months, then I think you'll stick around for another month or two while I get through Star Wars. We'll just leave it at that. We have some other stuff to get through. The casual series that I'll be bringing into the channel, the stuff that I just do when it's late at night and I'm on my laptop, so no camera, stuff like that, just simple things. It's Magic the Gathering. I'm going to bring more of those, and I'm going to get back into War of Mine. I did a test. I love the game. I got some feedback from the community, some great pointers. I got a little a Google Keep note already prepared with all of your feedback, so I'm just going to reread that stuff, and then I'll play the game and try to implement it and see how that game flow goes the second time around. So as of new games though, and this one's worth saying because as this drops, I'm likely going to be playing it within a day or 2 or 3. Man of Medan, I will be playing that game co-op with Angel Arts. That we're going to kick off on this long weekend. We're going to be playing it on Monday. We're going to try to do it all in one sitting. So we're both playing blind so that the experience can be raw, and we can talk through things as we go. We don't really know how the dynamic of all of that's going to play out, because he and I, we talk a lot. We talk a lot. If you're from this channel, you know that. If you're from his channel, you know that. We can sometimes just completely interrupt gameplay to kind of break things down, talk about things. And so it's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic, how we play off each other. And we'll talk more about that at the intro, on the intro of the Man of Medan series. That's likely going to drop sometime in the first week of September. We're going to get that stuff out the door. We want to move on that fairly rapidly. I think, just doing a co-op Let's Play, blind Let's Play, is going to be something fun to get out the door early. So I don't want to talk about more of it too much here, because I would like to save that stuff for when Hark and I are talking about it. And as you know, Greedfall is dropping in September, and I'm fighting really hard to not just pick that up and derail everything. That's why I'm saying everything well, no, I'm trying to commit to things. But what I'm saying is that Greedfall has the potential to compromise the rest of the year. I'm just saying this. And that's why the whole decision of Witcher 2 being pushed could be problematic, because if I push Witcher 2 and I start playing Greedfall, we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a problem. That's why I feel like I need to maybe kick these 2 games off in parallel, Star Wars and Witcher 2, so that they're already in motion, and it forces me not to be tempted to get grief, not to be greedy. not to be greedy, and fall into the trap. No, it's funny because I told quite a few people about this game, and it seemed like a great majority of them were surprised that this game existed. They hadn't heard of it. It's crazy. It's crazy to me that this thing went under the radar the way it went. It seems so promising. That game's got to come to the channel. I always said, like, I'll work my way up to the modern games, but I'm getting to the point where, like, no, I finally finished all the Bioware games. Not all of them. Star Wars is not, but I finished all of those two main trilogies, and now I'm like, I'm hungry for that kind of experience again, that kind of dynamic with, like, that energy. I want that energy. I really enjoyed the potential. See, Inquisition didn't quite do, none of those games quite did what I saw just in the trailer for Greedfall. I want that. I wanted Dragon Age, the next Dragon Age. I want it to be Greedfall. And because I don't trust BioWare right now, or EA, because of the stuff I've heard, I'm just suggesting a future. It doesn't mean it's going to be true. We've learned this on my updates. I almost always lie. That's a horrible thing to say, because then why are you doing updates? Because maybe you guys sway me in the comments. I don't know. I just do what I got to do. I will talk to you in the next one. Don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire, buddy. Peace.